Hey everyone, Dave here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. This video is going to be our first Hydra takeover. I wouldn't call it a complete takeover, and you'll know why when we're talking about it. But one of my clanmates asked me to run Hydra for him and just test and see why isn't he getting good numbers on Hydra. Our clan, though it has a few in-game players, all level 100s or close to it, and great champs, we're only hitting normal Hydra because anything higher than this is just like it's so boring. It will need many retries just to get a good run. So we're just hitting normal, downing it in most weeks, unless like the folks are busy doing other things. And we're getting Mithrala, so things are working well for us, I guess. And then it will be just about Stone Skin gear. Nobody's happy or excited to do like Hydra runs every week. If we can get it down with just one key each, we just sit there and waste the other two keys. But anyway, so Trick, my clanmate, asked me to do a Hydra takeover for him just to try and get more damage out of his team. And he got like he got a lot of great champs. His account might even be better than mine. I'm saying it might be. So Trick, just like I think my account is still better. But anyways, um, and Trick got great champs, great builds. So he was wondering why he couldn't get those good numbers on Hydra. These are both recordings. I've recorded it like on a couple of sessions there that I've done over an hour or so. He finished in plat a couple of times. I think that his best finish was 109, so that gives you an indication that his level of gear and champs are really good. I'll go through the recordings and speed it up where I need to. So you see here his level 98. Let's check his champs because the account is really very good. The gear level, I think it can be better, but he's not doing enough farming. But let's see. So he got a +2 ray. Okay, probably. I don't think he's using rays that much. The stats on a +2 ray are not looking that good. You see, if we talk about like things worth mentioning here, he's got a +1 Lydia, so I think he fed his physics to Lydia. He already got Mithrala, I think, a couple of weeks ago. Leoria, Sriho, Necrate, Torment, double Arbiter, double Hiji. His Crotrexa can do huge amounts of damage. I've seen some great numbers she's doing on Doom Tower Hard, Candy, Trunda, Wazir, Sisya, yeah, and of course Ninja, double Kaimar, and Cell, yeah. So while I'm browsing the account, I'm checking two things. That's for Hydra specifically. I'm checking the gears on the champs that I might use. So I'm checking Arbiter. I don't think I ended up using Arbiter. So I'm just checking the gears, the speeds, and how tanky each Arbiter is. If it was me, like if I have comments about the build, I'd make, of course, Arbiter. I'm not sure he should farm more speed gear, but I'd make Arbiter tankier. Yeah, something that he was trying the other day, and I don't think we ended up using it because he already got Mithrala, and he has Thea and Ruel. I think he has Ruel back there, so he was trying to run a Hex comp instead of an HP burn comp. HP burn or straight nuke are the two ways you can do damage to Hydra. And if we talk basic Hydra strategy, you need at least in your team, and it doesn't matter which difficulty level you're hitting. If you cannot have 2 or 3 serious damage dealers on the team, probably this run is going to be very short because the Hydra heads will target your highest damage dealer. If they take him, if you're not able to get the champs back, and you'll see how those runs will go, then probably it's going to be a very short run. Of course, unless you can do some of like when we're seeing content creators doing it with some crazy gear. If you have a Tranda that she can pump a few millions of damage in the first few turns before a head eats somebody, then yeah, you can use that strategy. So here I'm considering the Hex strategy, but I'm not familiar with it because I don't have those champs built yet. Like I didn't build Thea or Ruel, and I don't have Mithrala yet. And then I'm taking, because my usual strategy that I use on Hydra is HP burn, just basically burn the heads and survive as long as you can to get the damage done. So that's why when I found Cynthia fully built, I don't think I even checked her masteries, but she got enough accuracy. And well, she got okay accuracy. Uh, and I'll just give her some any gear, leftover gear uh, lying around. So let's speed this part a bit. So I just picked up some, I couldn't even find an accuracy banner, so I gave her a resistance one, thinking that, okay, more resistance. So she got okay accuracy, okay resistance, and okay speed. And I'm not saying great, it's just okay gear level there. I'm checking Drixar. I think that Drixar should be tankier than this if we're targeting Doom Tower hard, but it's okay. That cell build is good, is a good build if you check her there. So she's in Stalwart, so she's not taking much damage and immortal. Mine is in Relentless. I really love Cell in Relentless, but it depends on the gear, of course, and how many tournaments you won. So another very good candidate for Hydra. Tyrant with the burn, and this Tyrant is really well built. Well, I like the Tyrant build at least. I think that he's a tank and he can do good damage with the burn there. But I don't have Tyrant. So I'm not familiar with how to play him. Of course, Duchess, one of the champs escaping me so far. He got Kyoko down there as well. So like I said, if you check the champs and the gear, this account has everything it needs. What is it lacking to do a proper Hydra run and start getting some of these big numbers? I think it's just lacking patience. So um, just retry. You'll never get a good Hydra run. I'm checking Cesalia because Orshus is one of my favorites. I think I'm using her a lot on my team for the strip and the heals and stuff. No, thank you, Plarium. I won't take the Cold Heart skin for $15. So, like I said, the champs are there. You must do a few retries. There is no other way around it. If you get a good Hydra run from the first try, that would be very, very rare. Anyway, so I'm checking the team's damage and stuff. You can see, um, I think that, so 18 million, that's my key there. And I'm just checking to see who didn't hit it yet. Probably I need to bug some people about it before the reset. So this is the team he was trying, and that team is not a good one. I'll tell you why out of the gate as we're commenting about it. He's trying to use, he doesn't have a proper strategy here. Sorry, Trick. But you're using Tranda for straight nuke. You're trying to use Mithrala for the Hex and generic support. And then you're using two Jeus. While the main, so Jeus damage is mostly focused on the Ras hit. The attack hit, the one that does massive amounts of damage. So you don't need to. The other hits don't hit too hard, so J's passive won't be of a great value here. You're running Schmeil to avoid the fears, but you're also running Duchess. Duchess, perfect veil will avoid the fears anyway. So, and you have like Trunda's attack aura, while probably I'll choose to go for either Zeus or Duchess. You're not running Hex champs with Mithrala, but I guess that's the last team he tried. He's leaving it to me. So I'm switching the team a bit because it's trying like three mixed strategies as one, and none of them would work. Again, Mithrala might be a very good option here, even without Hicks, but because I don't have her, I'm not familiar with the play. I'm trying to play with champs that I'm familiar with how they work. So you see here, Sithia, I geared her, so I think that HP burn is the best strategy for Hydra. Um, Enemy max HP, so basically Royal Guards and Husks can be useful in higher difficulties, but on normal because the heads don't have massive HP, so probably won't do great damage. I'm trying to check Ninja's gear there, but I forgot that since they added the skins, they removed this, and I'm using. So if you see here what I'm trying to do, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 damage dealers, all HP burners, and 2 supports, so Duchess and Cell of the Drakes there. So this is the first try, and just a spoiler, I'll try a couple of times before I get a good run. So Duchess is fastest, put perfect Veilons. I'll skip through parts of the runs till we get to the good one, but I want to highlight what I've done there, what I was trying to do. So you see here, I opened with Duchess, and yeah, the burns from Ninja, that's a given there. And then I'm trying also to I'm not sure about this year because I haven't built mine yet. I got it recently, so I'm using whatever I want. Tyrant, I didn't use the burns because burns are already out. What I'm trying to do here, and this is very good tip, I'm not familiar with all like the rotation, one, two, three, whatever, blah, but I'm familiar with the heads to a little bit. So that head on the left hand side, that green spirit head, this is the head that cleanses everyone. So you want to avoid, you can put HP burns, they will take turns and take some damage, but don't use Jeyus. HP burns, the one that will proc his passive when the Wrath hits, the red one that's doing massive amounts of attacks uh, on you. Don't use his HP burn and damage till the cleanse hit takes a turn. I think that it's one of these skills and cleanses everyone because if you put it there, you lost the scale and then the head will just cleanse. You see here, now it's cleansed. Now I'll start using Jeyu's passive there. So, defense down and weaken from Sissy. I'm trying to land these. Now I'm putting the HP burn on that. And after you put the HP burn on the Wrath head, you notice that number here, that 8 that's increasing. That's his attack multiplier. I'm not sure what it's called. The higher this number, the harder it will smack your team. In this case, if your team can take the hit, so I've lost keys because this number was up to 15 or 16 and it had attack up. It just one shot my whole team and I lost a key there. But if you can take the hit, which is basically what Duchess and the Veils are here for, after you put the HP burn from Jeyu, you want this number to be high. If you can take it with attack up, even doing, because the harder he will hit you, the harder he will take damage. And that's the whole idea of Jeyu's damage there. So I'm just trying, and something else I'm doing in this specific rotation, that cleansing head on the left, it's a safe head to hit, even if you're weak, because you don't want to hit that blue head. I'm not sure what it's called, head of decay or whatever, because this is the one that will fear you. So if you don't have the perfect veils on, don't try to hit this head. It will put true fear on you. And if you're not tanky enough, you want to avoid the Rast hit with attack up, so it won't one shot your team. And this is the mischief hit, the one that you cannot hit anyways, even if you tried. So you don't want to try hitting it and then you'll redirect it to one of the bad hits to hit. So that one on the left hand side, you'll see I have the pointer on it. It's a safe one to hit, even if you're weak affinity. And then I'm just trying to do damage. I've just explained the basic parts of the strategy here and we'll talk about it more going forward. I'm trying the Ally Protect from Tyrant and then going forward. So you'll see like the Head of Mischief will steal my buffs. I don't have in this team and not even on my main team on my account a buff tank. Basically a champ, we might talk about it in a different video, a tank with more buffs than everyone else. So the Mischief Head will attack him, trying to steal the buffs, and with proper resistance, so we won't steal the buffs. But then I guess those buffs are put out anyways by them. So if you have block debuffs on one head or more, try to avoid using like your HP burns because you're wasting them, or your defense down and weaken. So you see here, I'm just speeding up this part a bit. I'm just trying to follow the same strategy. I don't have, so one of the mistakes I've done on that first try, I don't have anyone to strip the buffs from the Hydra heads, especially attack up and block debuffs, except for Jeyu's A2, which is good for single target, so I can use it on the Ras heads. But then, as you're seeing here, my champs are dying too often. The buffs being stolen from me is buffing the Hydra hits too often, so that didn't end up like a good try. And my sort of rough, and it doesn't have like a formula to it, but if I get to like 20-ish turns with less than 2 million damage, basically if you're having a bad run, you'll see that your champs are dying too often and your debuffs are not being placed too often, except even if you have enough accuracy and such. So I think I might like just retry soon. So you see here, I keep trying. And if everyone is still standing, just try to push it as much as you can. The which what you'll see, which what you'll see in a while in the good run, that when you're having what I won't say, a bad run can just turn into a good run in the middle. So one of the reasons I have the recording, because I won't be able to focus on talking and playing at the same time. So you see here, that's where I thought that okay, Duchess is being eaten, everybody's down, so it's not a good run. And now I'm thinking, what should I do here? Now I'm thinking that okay, my original strategy is to add buff stripper so I can remove the attack up and the block debuffs. I'm looking for Thessalia, I believe, because this is the one I usually use on my account. My Thessalia is tankier and faster, but I checked this one. She has proper accuracy and everything. So now I'm retrying the. So, in that first run, you want to put the buffs on the Hydra heads, knowing they are going to be removed. Because if there is no debuff there, the cleanse head will not cleanse, and you want that cleanse to happen. So after that head loses its skill, you can use JU on the Wrath head. So I've put the debuffs there, waited till they get cleansed, and then I've put. Now my plan was to put like the to use JU's A3 on the Wrath head, but then my buffs got stolen first by the Mischief, by the Head of Mischief, and you'll see that the Head of Mischief will probably, no, it didn't spread the buffs this time, but this is another failed run. And again, you might do everything right, and then again, you'll just have bad RNG, your debuffs won't land, you will get some unlucky procs from the Head of Wrath, killing people more than often, but yeah. So, and here, my team now is 3 support and 3 damage dealers, which is a balanced comp. You don't want to go with only 1 or 2 damage dealers because if one of them gets eaten, the only one remaining might not be strong enough to get your champs back from Hydra heads when they are eaten. So I'm doing this. I'll only leave it running with proper explanation on the successful run because it is a successful run. So this one, you'll see we're getting to the same range. We got to 20-ish. People are dying. 20-ish turn. People are dying. I'm not even up to 2 million damage. So I'm thinking, can I save this run by just continuing? Think I'll have an unlucky proc there. Okay. So yeah, so I decided it's not a good run. I think that might be the end of the first recording, and I'll go into the second one, which had a successful one. At this point, I'm just rechecking the champs because this is not my account. I'm not familiar with all champs there. I think I'm looking now for a Madam Ceres because she would be a more consistent buff stripper. So I'm not sure what Trick is doing with his Madam, but I think I found. Oh, I'm thinking Shamal, but then I decided against using Shamal because I have Duchess. Duchess is stronger. I don't want to use both. I'm rechecking because on that last try I was very unlucky landing the debuffs. So I'm just triple checking the accuracy there. The accuracy is good. I love that build in Toxic, but probably I think this is his clan boss Geo, but I'm using this other one because he's faster and tankier, I believe, and got higher accuracy. So I'm checking the champs and figuring out what I've done wrong. Now I'll play the second recording, which has the actual successful run there. Okay, so you'll see first thing that I will do, just to check for bad RNG, I'm rerunning the same team again. So this is the same team that just failed, that didn't give me the needed results. But you might have, like I said, don't get disappointed or get impatient too soon. You might have the right champs, the right comp, and everything, and just bad RNG. So give it a couple of retries. Be patient there. So I'm retrying the same team again, and okay, and the same strategy. So putting the buffs, waiting till the cleanse, then trying to use Jayu to place HP burn, and Ninja's massive for this. That 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 just like huge amount of damage he puts with his HP burn skill can get champs out of Hydra hits when they are eaten, can put just like boosts of damage to the run there. So you see here. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm trying to hit the RAS hit, the red one, the one that does damage, after I place the HP burn from Ju because I want the hit to hit me hard. So it will reflect back the damage on itself. So that's that. People are dying. I'm checking the run. I'm also speeding this up because, like I said, spoiler alert, this is not successful. Or, well, not successful, but I mean, like, probably any of these runs could have one keyed normal. I'm just trying to get a proper run. And again, this is not even the last one that was successful. It wasn't like optimal run. You'll see me making mistakes there, but I was satisfied with how much damage we had at the end, so I just wrapped it up. But if you're patient enough, you can get better results from these champs and stats. So, okay. So here I thought that, okay, I'm not getting the results I want. Probably at this point, I figured out that Cethalia is not doing much for me. So I'm looking for someone else. I think I'll check Madame now. So I checked Madame. This Madame got good accuracy. I'm not sure about the resistance. Maybe he was trying her for Hydra, but the speed is a bit too slow for Hydra. So I'm just thinking, trying to strategize. So two Chimers, checking the speeds and accuracy, and I'm thinking that, okay, probably I'll use a Chimer instead of Cisalia. Chimer will give me not only the strip, but it will give me also the reset. So that would be good. Resetting Ninja, Geo's skills, and even Duchess skills would be really good. So again, 3 damage dealers and 3 sort of support, and this is the good run. I didn't even need to run this twice once I got to this comp. So Keimer is faster than Duchess, so he got the true fear from his A1. And now I'm a bit more familiar with CCF because of the failed runs, so I'm doing it a bit better. You notice here I'm not using the Chimer strip yet because I'm thinking that I'm not stripping the attack up unless it's on the red head, the wrath head. And then those debuffs were spread. So when the buffs were spread by the head of mischief, I delayed using Jeyu's A3 because I was waiting till Kaimar strips the heads first, and then I can use it. Or I think I just stripped it using Jeyu's A2. I stripped it and I didn't wait for Kaimar because I didn't want the Head of Wrath hitting me while it has attack up. So here I place the HP burns. You'll notice that things are going, so I'm not sure if I use the strip or not from Kaimar, but okay. And when I have one champ down, I use still revive instead of Duchess because I want to delay Duchess revive if possible to have it available if I have multiple people down. And you'll note here that my ninja is the first one to get eaten, probably because he got the most crit damage. I think that's how only the first one. The next one's being eaten. Now it's switched to Kaimar because which is a trick you can use if you don't want your nuker to be eaten. Don't heal him. Let him be killed, and that green eat thing target the buff will move to someone else, and then you can revive him. This one will never move back unless move back to your nuker, I mean. So if you want to switch the target and keep your nuker so it can get the other champ when they get eaten, just don't heal him, let him drop, and then of course you must have a reviver for that strategy. But then and then again, so Kaimer also was killed, so it moved to Jeyu here. But Ninja is the most important one. If you don't have a strong enough nuker with Ninja, and Ninja's being eaten, it would be hard to get him back. So you see here, this is a perfect picture. I'm posing here because uh, that's how you want your Hydra run to lock. If you depend to lock, if you're depending on HP burns, all heads are burning, which is perfect, and all of them has defense down and weaken. So any hit is doing more damage, and then that you see this is just like almost 400k from Ninja, and this is not like the best Ninja I've seen. Mine is doing similar amounts of damage. Cecilia is doing her job there. And then I want to continue showing you this because there's a couple of, is the recording still going on? Okay, we're good. Because this is like, this is a couple of things to be seen here. So you see, one of the things I've done a couple of AoEs while I didn't have the perfect veil on. So I have true fears. If you have true fears on you, don't use the skills that are important. Just try to A1 or whatever, avoiding that hit that puts the fears on. Try to target that lift one, the one with the cleanse. It's safe to hit and it won't put anything on you. Just try to get rid of the true fears without losing your important skills. And of course, the affinity also, if everything is neutral, try to hit a weak affinity hit just to do a bit more damage there. You see here, Duchess is huge. That's why like I want a Duchess so bad. She's tanking the damage being taken by the whole team so well that even squishier champs like Jeyu and Ninja can take the hits from the Head of Wrath and just survive till they hit back and get healed and such. So, see, Chimer's trip doing well for us, even if they weak hit heroes there. Now my Geos got eaten. So now this is one of the things. There are a couple of bad scenarios that can be a clue for you to to regroup, not to continue that run. But in this case, just give it a minute, maybe it will get resolved. So first bad scenario, your champs being eaten by the Head of Mischief because you cannot directly target it. 75% of the time that hit will go somewhere else. So the only way of doing this, if the Head of Mischief eats your champ, and you see this happening often, is basically lots of AoEs or HP burns, because HP burns makes all of the heads take damage when they tick. So if you put HP burns on everyone, then that's okay. You'll get your champ back unless it's a 2 turn when the turn count get higher. Second one is that if a hit eats your champ with like 2 turns, 5 turns is good. This is just the first time. And they put that silly egg shield on it because you're not doing much damage till all of this shield gets eaten. Till you break that shield basically. So if one of the 2 turns at higher count, your champs get eaten with that shield up, probably you won't be able to get them in time. So you see here, I'm trying to focus the damage from Ninja and from everyone on the Head of Wrath, though this is a bit risky because it's going to hit harder, but I'm just trying to get Ju back. We still have 5 turns because it's early. This is only like turn count 31, so it's relatively safe. So you see here, and the good thing is that once you break this shield, the hit gets stunned, so it gets it slower. Applying also like speed down, like what Syl does, or Mother Sibel, will help you slowing down the hit that's eating your sham, so it won't eat him up too fast and digest him. So now Perfect Veil is up, and when a champ is eating, and you'll notice me doing this, I have multiple people down, but the first one on my priorities that I made sell revive is Ninja, because Ninja is my damage dealer. you need your damage dealer up when a champ is eaten to get him back. And I'm focusing all the damage on the Head of Wrath, weak hits, strong hits, whatever. Even champs that don't hit too hard like Duchess, everyone should hit. So here a reset from Kaimer is super useful because now I have the burn from Ninja again. And then you'll see I'm putting the perfect veils to protect the team and such. And then I think that this burn will just get me back. You see, it killed one head, damaged the other badly, and did proper damage to the head. Here, speed down on the head that's eaten my champ. Now, wasn't expecting that. I wasn't following the turn count. Kaimer got eaten while Jeyu is still eaten, but don't lose your focus. So that looks like a bad run, but it's not. So that's how you strategize. I almost got Geo back. I have 4 turns to get Kaimer back. Head of Mischief doesn't matter. I have HP burns champs, and the other two heads, the two heads on the left hand is really down on health or down. So I'm looking good. That's a lot of damage being done per hit. So you see here, so you might decide to free regroup at this point, but I got JU back, and I think it's a good run, and that's what we ended up doing. So, of course, it's a recording, so I know it's a good run. So I got Ninja back up. Basically, Ninja's huge to get people back from the Head of Mischief or any hit. And then I don't think anything super exciting will happen here. So I got Kaimer back from Head of Mischief. I was lucky there because of the HP burns and stuff. And now another part of the strategy I want to focus on is that the Head of Wrath was almost down. If you see a head is almost down, take it down. Because when the heads are down, they are taking much more damage. So your overall damage is increasing. You see here now, like I have 1 hit down, 2 hits close to being down, 1 got regenerated or revived, which is okay. Now I'm focusing on the head on the left because it's almost down. I keep hitting it to getting it down. That's what you want to see. So if you have 2 hits down, sometimes I even had the 4 hits down. And on normal, it's not super difficult. You can do it if you have huge damage dealers and HP burners. Okay, so again, I'm focusing on the hit that's down when the affinity permits it, and I'm trying to keep HP burn on everyone. Now I have Duchess eaten by the Mischief head, so that's not looking good. I'm also using Ninja. Ninja's huge here. I'm using Ninja. Here, like I should have used the A1 from Jayo to do an AoE attack and do some damage to the Head of Mischief. But because I don't have the Veils, I'm trying to avoid getting True Feared. Because True Feared will waste the skill and the turn. And I cannot afford this while Duchess is eaten. And I got lucky because a few of my hits actually hit the Head of Mischief. So I got lucky there and got Duchess back. That's all RNG. So just play with it and do enough retries and you'll get a good run. So 62 runs basically were past 1 key normal, which is, if I cannot do it with this team and level of gear, then probably I don't know how to play the game. Okay, so here like I'm considering placing Geo's A3 on someone and I'm figuring out that, oh, no, at this point, the Head of Wrath wasn't there and I wasn't sure which head is which because they switched places. So I was just hitting whatever head that's open for me. And now I got another hit down, HP burns, perfect, that's what you'd like to see. And let's speed it up a bit. I think we spent already enough time. But I wanted to talk through like things happening there in real time because there's a lot of tips and tricks that you'll notice while doing the run there. Again, Ninja is a huge advantage for everyone on this and probably in other places in the game. Okay, let's see if something else exciting happens towards the end. I don't think so. Basically, I talked to you about all of the main points here. Yep, another, at a certain point, you see that everyone got HP burn on and multiple hits are almost down. Another champ was eaten by the Hydra, whatever its real name is. Another champ is eaten. We're just walking through it. Be patient, focus, uh, and that's all with manual. You cannot auto Hydra and get good results. Well, you can auto it. Another hit down, another hit down. This is what you want to see. Everybody's burning. Hits are down. That's how you get proper damage from Hydra. And like I said, the strategy here, put HP burns on and survive. Champs are eating, get them back, survive and continue. Okay, 2 hits down. I have a champ eaten with 2 turns. Did I get this one down? Yes, I did. Okay, speeding it up a bit towards the end. Just want to show you the final run there. So I think we're very close to the end here. So 16 million, not bad for that team. And again, if I left it playing in real time and I didn't speed it up, I've done a couple of mistakes, using the wrong skills, reviving the wrong champs and such. So with the same champs and gear and everything, if I did a couple of more retries, I might have gotten more, but I was just happy with this. So I wrapped it up at this point. Trying to get one more champ back. Yes, it's doable. And I think we're very close to the end here. Now Duchess is eaten. I don't think that I'll get her back in time. I knew that by now, because now Ninja also is getting eaten. I'm just getting last bit of damage, burst of damage from Ninja, and then figuring out what I'll do. It doesn't matter. Just squeezing that last bit of damage out of the team. Yep, it's done. Let's see the results now. So, and see what's happening there. So, most damage, Ninja. Ninja is MVP. Ninja HP burns, and probably it's for Doom Tower hard bosses, for some dungeon runs and everything. Ninja's massive there if he's built correctly. So Ninja done almost 8 million, and then Sisya did like 4.2. Her gear is not crazy, so that's very good numbers. And then Jayus from Reflect Damage did 2.7. And the rest, these are the support champs, so I'm not expecting much from them. Basically, that's it. So I wrap it up here. I think this video has been long enough. I hope you like it. I'm not sure if I'll be able to edit this one, but if you noticed, I'm using the green screen. I'm trying to make things better. And I'll try to enhance the audio quality. I know that sometimes my voice is a bit too low when I'm talking, but I'm trying to edit the video in a more professional way. I'll start to use DaVinci Resolve and such. I was just using the Windows video editor, but we're getting there. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you got some tips from it, if you enjoyed it, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Keep playing great. Bye.